Welcome back. The show is called Brand Equity and I'm Sonali Krishnan. Half a kg of sugar, a loaf of bread, 12 eggs, a packet of detergent and vegetables for dinner. If you're writing this domesticated list off as a woman's chore, think again. We're talking about the alpha male in India and his latest fascination, grocery shop. Surprised? Well, so were our marketing guru. Amongst communication strategies that revolve around quintessential Indian woman, the man of the house has long been written off by both FMCG marketers and modern trade. But is the male evolving from being a bystander, a critical part of the purchasing process? More importantly, are our marketers missing the boat by continuing to focus on women as their primary target audience? Brand Equity decided to dive right in and go with some of those very pertinent facts. Nikita Sena with that report.
The nurturing maker looking for the best dishwashing liquid, the independent working woman buying herself her favorite shampoo, or just girl next door picking out the ideal chocolates to stock the fridge with. Think household shopping, and these are probably the first areas that jump to your mind. But before you squirm about us being too sexist, it may help to know that a majority of India's leading modern trade retailers, FMCG marketers and advertising folks share this very opinion. 30-70. Quiz any trade retailer on the men-women ratio among the growing population of modern trade shoppers, and that's the skewed proportion you'd get. But is this number an uncomfortable fact or modern-day fiction? Are marketers missing out on their newly emerged male shoppers by focusing far too much on the fairer sex? If Ogilvy Action's recent shopper market study, Shop Talk, is anything to go by, then this is the only retail myth worth busting.
We've actually found through our data that men tend to shop a lot more when shopping with the spouse in India. Okay, and we see the emerging role of the man. We also see purely from a gender split perspective, men constitute about 50% of the entire pool in any hypermarket.
So the question is, why then this myth has been perpetuated? I think the easiest answer is because it was easy. So it was easy for marketers to, talk about one single consumer, one single shopper, because the moment you talk about two different players that you need to focus on, the marketing message actually gets a little bit complicated.
Myth number 1. All brand advertising must talk to women. This ensures they're pre-decided on the brand before entering the store. From the legendary Rekha, Jaya or Sushma in the Nirma ad more than a decade ago, to a stunning Yara Datta who propagates Kellogg's for a healthy family today. Women are the flavor of every brand for every season. A shopper, the advertiser believes, walk into a store, hum her favorite jingle, search frantically for the brand and add the product to her cart. One look at the purchase decision hierarchy is enough to know that our marketers have gotten it completely wrong. While men overlook product format entirely for their favorite brand, women shoppers tend to buy according to what seems to be the best price or have largest pack size. So is communication tailor-made to fit forever fickle shopper really the best idea?
Retailers are spending maybe 80% of their time marketing to women, 20% time marketing to men, if at all. What would be a real sweet spot for retailers to do is to actually make it somewhat gender neutral.
Myth number 2. The shopper is a woman. She shops alone and the male spouse is just brought along as a porter or a driver. Everyone knows about the age-old stereotype of the reluctant husband dragged along by the wife for his bulky wallet without any actual say in the purchases. In today's evolving dynamics, the reassuring male partner ensures that his usually conservative better half ups her spends by at least 30-50%. Men aren't just pushing the trolley anymore. They're shopping as much, if not more, than their female counterparts.
Whether it was in smaller towns or in cities, whenever the man was going into a traditional, into a kirana store or into a modern store with a list, that list was actually handed over to him by the woman. Modern trade also lends it beautifully as a medium where people actually discover newer products, newer brands, and so on and so forth. And as this man is discovering more, he does not necessarily merely tick off what's on the list. He chooses to make certain decisions on his own, and he goes ahead and buys something which is off the list.
Women seem to work within budgets, especially for households. Men don't. So when they pick up stuff, they pick it up. Have a little more degrees of freedom because they are still the chief wage earner. So can decide to spend a little more without having to ask anybody. Women will need to justify it to themselves, if not to nobody else, and balance the budget.
I'm not stalking him. I'm just trying to prove my point. His loyalty for brand would be any marketer's dream come true. His purchases are thoroughly researched, and he is now actively taking part in the household chores. Writing on male consumer has now become passé. The question is whether our marketers have woken up to this rather telling truth.
Now you know we at Brand Equity are fair, unbiased and extremely just. And on that very intriguing note, time for a short breather. But coming up on the other side, Gillette's latest campaign, Soldier for Women, goes under the scanner. 10 leading marketers passed their verdict on the campaign. Stay tuned.